everyone, it's Kelly, and today we're going to do some stretching. So I've had a request from one of my clients. Hi, Isabel. She kindly watches all of my videos, and I appreciate that. And she's requested some stretches to do at home. So some of this will be lying down, some of it will be seated in a chair, so you'll want to have that available. And I'm using a ring, but you could also use a band, a belt, any type of rope that you may have to put around your foot. So I'm not going to use the band, so I'm going to toss it aside. I am going to use the ring, and we're going to start lying down on our backs. So this is these are good stretches to do after a workout, or maybe after you've gone for a walk. Hint, hint. And you're going to just place your right foot inside the ring or band or rope, whatever you have. And then you're going to keep your footprint as flat as you can, pulling down the ball of the foot, pulling the toes towards your nose, and gently stretch the hamstring. If your body can tolerate it, you can lengthen your other leg down on the floor. And I like to turn my palms to face my face to relax my shoulders and neck. And you're going to hold the stretch for anywhere from 30 seconds to 2 minutes. So we're going to do 1 minute. And just breathe. Try to feel the length through the entire back of your leg. Relax your head, neck, and shoulders. I'm watching the clock, that's why I keep turning my head. Aim your right sit bone towards your left foot or towards the end of the mat. And keep your tailbone down on the mat. Now you could do this without a prop and just hold the back of your thigh to pull up. For those of us with shorter arms, it's nice to have a prop like a band to be able to pull with. Also, I like something on the bottom of my foot because it helps me flex the foot as well. And now we're going to cross the midline with this leg. So left hand on the strap or ring in this case, right hand comes down. I keep my pelvis level so my right hip stays down. I'm not twisting through my waist. I'm crossing the leg over the midline to get this IT band to stretch. I'm also pulling down more on the pinky toe side of my foot or of this ring to keep my footprint flat so that it's not supinating. Now, this feels really tight for me, so to add some length, I'm going to turn my ring so that my foot will be on the flat portion and not inside the handle. Yeah, that's better for me. Still pulling down on the pinky toe side of the ring. And breathe. These can be done laying in bed, on the couch, but preferably on the floor. You'll get a better stretch and you'll be able to feel your backside against the floor a little easier. It's really important to stretch because of all of our muscle imbalances that we often have. And then you're going to switch hands, open the leg to the side. Now first we're going to keep this left leg straight unless you need it to be bent. And just try to open the leg straight to the side, making the shape of a letter L. Try to keep this left side of your pelvis and waist down to the floor. And pull the foot up towards your ear just a little bit. This is going to get inner thigh, maybe a little bit of hamstring. And breathe. Holding this one just for about 30 seconds. And then we're going to lift the leg back up to the ceiling and bend the left knee and let that knee turn out, falling to the left, and then the right leg is going to open part way, not as low as it went before, and we're going to pull it up towards the ear. So again, getting inner thigh, but also hamstring. It's really important. The muscles of our legs and hips get so tight, and then those muscles, when they're tight, they pull on the low back. So it's really important to stretch. The low back, being a smaller muscle group, will cry out in pain, oftentimes just due to the tension and the tightness in our legs. A few more seconds. And then we're going to lift this leg up. Before we switch legs, we're going to put both feet in the ring and flatten those feet, pull them towards you, towards your face. It's okay if your bottom lifts off, if your tailbone lifts off the mat a little bit. Sometimes that feels like a nice stretch for the low back. You'll notice a difference. Like right now, my left leg feels so tight and the right one feels so loose because we just stretched it. And then I'm going to lower the right foot down, leg down. And again, you could have it bent, but I'm going to straighten it out and stretch this left hamstring, holding for a full minute, relaxing the head, neck, and shoulders, softening those back bottom ribs down to the mat, aiming my tailbone down to the mat as I draw this leg up towards my face. And I like to flatten my foot on the ceiling, so again, I get a little bit of a calf stretch as well. And you want to make sure that your foot, ankle, knee, and hip are in line. You're not crossed over or open, because we'll be doing those stretches next. And breathe. 20 more seconds. So you can do these stretches when your body is cold, but I prefer to stretch when I'm warmed up. Like I said, after I've taken a walk, after I've done a yoga class or Pilates workout. But I have also done these first thing in the morning before I get out of bed. The right hand is going to stay on the ring. Left hand goes down to the floor. Keeping your footprint flat on the ceiling, cross the midline. Keep your left hip down on the ground. Pull more on the pinky toe side of the foot or the ring, and hold and stretch. Keep your knee as straight as you can. This one's really tight for me. If you're feeling all hamstring and not IT band, which is on the side of the leg, you may need to lower your leg down more. And if you can't, because of you're holding the ring and you don't have the length of your arm, you could grab a rope or a strap to get that leg to go lower and be able to find your IT band stretch. Remember to breathe. A few more seconds. And then we're going to keep the right leg straight. We're going to switch so the left hand is holding the ring, right arm comes down. Open this leg to the side. Now, if you don't feel comfortable letting your leg go to the ground because it bothers your hip or your inner thigh, or your body is tilting off the mat, then by all means get some yoga blocks or even a seat, a chair, some type of bolster to prop your leg up on so it doesn't have to go all the way down. You're trying to make the shape of an L or backwards L with your legs, getting your inner thigh to stretch. I'm anchoring the best I can through the right side of my waist, and I feel a big inner thigh stretch here. Inhale. Relax the shoulders. Maybe turn your face to the right if that helps anchor you better. And then we're going to lift this leg up, and we're going to bend the right knee, let it fall open, and then open the left leg into sort of a straddle and a half stretch. Pulling that left leg up towards my ear, but also opening it to the side to get the inner thigh and hamstring. This is just a 30-second hold. And then we're going to pull this leg up, and we're going to do a piriformis stretch. So take the ring or your strap down to the floor away from you, and then piriformis stretches can be done many ways. Even lying down, there's several different ways to do it. So first and foremost, your piriformis is an external hip rotator. It attaches to your femur bone and then back onto your sacrum, and it externally rotates your leg for you. So they're really tight because we use them a lot. So you're going to take your right ankle over your left thigh and flex that right foot to make sure you protect your knee. And now you could stay here and feel a stretch, and that's absolutely fine. Sometimes I like to stay here and push my knee backwards a little bit just to give me that good external rotation stretch. Otherwise, you're going to draw your legs up towards you, hold the back of your left thigh, aim your tailbone for the ground. If you can't reach your thigh, you can always put something like the ring or the band around your other leg to help you hold it up. That's an option. And then hold this for 30 seconds up to 2 minutes, aiming your tailbone down. Now my favorite way to do this is I hold my leg with my arms and lengthen my left leg down. So I'm pulling on a turnout my right leg towards my abdomen. And that's how I like to do the piriformis stretch. And breathe. And then we'll switch legs. So right foot comes to the mat, left ankle crosses the right thigh, flex the left foot to protect your knee. Maybe stay here, maybe you get enough of a stretch here. Maybe draw your legs up and aim your tailbone down. Now, if your butt curls off, you're not stretching your piriformis, you're stretching your low back. And then you can continue to hold that if you want. I'm gonna lengthen my right leg down and draw the left leg up towards me. That's my favorite way to do this stretch. And breathe. And then we're going to hold the back of the leg and rock ourselves up to sitting. And then we're going to do another piriformis stretch seated. So this will be easier to do on the floor rather than your couch or your bed. Might be able to do it on the bed, but not the couch. Hands go behind you. Right ankle crosses the left thigh. Flex the right foot. And then just walk your hands in as much as you need to lift your heart and get deep into this hip. This is probably my favorite way to do this stretch. I really feel the work. And breathe. Remember to breathe. Oxygenate those muscles while you're stretching them. Hold your abdomen in. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. And whenever the joy has left you and you've had enough of that stretch, switch sides. Left ankle over right thigh, externally rotating that left knee, lifting your heart up, keeping your spine long and your shoulders low. Breathing deeply. Excellent. And then we're going to release the stretch and do a forward fold before we come up and do our work in the chair. So just bend forward over your legs, let your head hang down through your arms. You can nod your head yes and no. You can kind of wiggle around. I sometimes will lengthen one leg to make it longer than the other, kind of rotating and twisting the pelvis just a little bit. It feels really good. And then curl up your spine, and I'll meet you on the chair. All right, so sit in your chair, feet go wide on the floor, scoot a little bit forward on the chair, and we're going to do a forward fold for the low back. So inhale those arms up and overhead, exhale, tip your chin, curl down, roll down the spine until you meet the floor, if possible. Nod your head yes and no. And then curl up the spine, arms lift to the sky, open them to the side and down. Reach your hands to the rungs of the chair behind you, either the side back, or my arms are long so I can reach to the legs of the chair a little bit, or even the seat is fine. And then open up your chest and stretch, leaning forward a little bit, giving yourself some traction. And breathe. Hold your belly in to protect your back. And then we're going to take our left hand underneath our right leg, holding the edge of the seat. Right arm up to the sky. Did I say that correctly? Left hand, under the right leg, if I said it wrong. Right arm up to the sky. Side bend to the left. Make sure you're not bent forward. You're sitting tall and you go straight over. Breathe deeply. Hold this for 3 breaths. Inhale, rise up. Right arm comes down. Right hand goes under your left leg, holding the edge of the seat. Left arm up. Side bend over, dropping the right shoulder down. Reaching the left arm as high as you can overhead, and breathe. Belly drawn into the spine. Get as far over as you can. One more big breath, and then rise up, hand comes down. We're going to turn to the side of the chair. So your right thigh is going to be close to the back of the chair, and we're going to do a twisted stretch. So I'm going to take this right arm up and back behind me. It comes down to the back of the seat or the back of the chair. I'm going to reach for the seat. Left hand is going to reach to the back of the chair, and I'm going to give myself a good twist. Breathing deeply. I'm still trying to aim my right knee to be as long as my left one is. So I don't want to twist my butt in the chair and shrink this right leg backwards. I want my knees to stay at the same length. And breathe. Now keep your spine turned to the back, but turn your head over the front shoulder for a moment. And then when we look to the back again this time, we should be able to turn a little bit more. And unwind. Now the left hand is going to hold the back of the chair, right arm up to the sky. We're going to side bend, hanging off the back of the chair. So I'm giving myself some traction, dropping this left shoulder, side bend over. And breathe while you're here. And then inhale up. And arm comes down, and we'll do this on the other side to finish. So spin around in your chair. Left thigh is towards the back of the chair. You're going to take your left arm straight up, which I can't go very high. Bring it back behind you. Twist your chest towards the back of the chair. Right hand reaches for the back of the chair. Hold on to whatever you can reach for and give yourself that really good twist. Looking back as far as you can, because where your eyes go, your body will follow. Keep your neck nice and long, but turn it towards the front shoulder to get the spine to turn in the opposite direction. And then turn it to the back and see if you can twist further. And then unwind. Bring that right hand across into the back of the chair again. Left arm overhead and side bend hanging off the back of the chair. Drop the right shoulder. Keep your neck long. Feels so good. Make sure you're breathing. And inhale, rise up. And we did it. Those are several stretches, both lying down and seated, that you can do before a workout, preferably after, when your body's a little bit more warmed up. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.